Let's talk classic luxury handbags. If you're new to my channel, my name is Amanda. I do a lot of luxury videos here, and today we're gonna talk about 10 classic luxury handbags that I do not have in my collection. Let's get started. If you wanna see some of the handbags that I do have in my collection, I'm gonna pop on a few different thumbnails that I have of videos here on my channel. I definitely recommend you watch those after you finish watching this video, but let's go ahead and dive into bag number one. So the first classic luxury handbag that I do not have in my collection, but is on my wish list. Not in a hurry for this one, but I definitely know I'm gonna add it to my collection at some point, and that is an Hermes Kelly. So here is the dilemma that I have with the Kelly. One, I don't know what size to get. I would love your suggestions. I believe it's the 25 or the 28. Those are the two different sizes that I'm considering. I'd love to know what size, but I'd also love to know, should I go with a neutral because it is such a classic bag, or should I do a pop of color? I have one pop of color in my collection right now. I have a red bag. I've had that bag for 3 years and I've never reached for it, like literally never worn it once. So I just don't know if it makes any sense for me to add a pop of color. I reach for neutrals way more often. So let me know your thoughts, but obviously an Hermes Kelly is super, super classic, and I definitely have this one on my wish list. Next up is gonna be the Chanel Reissue 2.55. Now I would love to know your thoughts on this bag. Do you prefer the reissue or do you prefer the classic flap? So I am more of a classic flap girl. I definitely have a couple of classic flaps in my collection. I obviously don't have a reissue in my collection, and I don't plan on adding it. However, I do understand the hype. I feel like if you love luxury handbags, but you really want that simplistic luxury, that understated luxury, this is a really good bag to add to your collection. The leather is really, really beautiful, very luxurious. I also like the minimalist hardware, but it's still really beautiful hardware as well. So I get the hype with this one. It's not my vibe. I do not plan on adding it to my collection, but it's still definitely a classic bag. Next up is gonna be the Seline Triumph bag. I completely understand the hype with this one. If you love a flat bag, but you want something that looks a little more modern, this is the perfect bag to add to your collection. I do feel like every brand has their version of a flat bag, and this is Celine's version. Now, this one's not currently on my radar just because I feel like I have a lot of flat bags in my collection, but maybe one day if I do a little shifting, a little changing with my collection. As of now, I do not plan on adding this to my collection, but I definitely understand why somebody would. If you love a flat bag, but you want something that's a little more modern, this one is the perfect addition to any collection. Now, the Gucci Horsebit shoulder bag is definitely one that has been catching my eye over the last couple of years. Obviously, I'm not rushing to add it to my collection because even though it's been something I've considered the last couple of years, I still haven't pulled the trigger, but I don't know what it is about this bag. There is something about it that I continue to love it. I do want to eventually add it to my collection, but I'm really not sure if I want to go with a canvas with the GG logos or if I want to go just like solid leather. I think the silhouette of this bag is really, really beautiful, very, very timeless, and I love the horsebit hardware from Gucci. I love this bag. Is it in my collection now? No, but maybe one day. Now let's talk about Dior and their book tote. I feel like this one made a huge splash when it was introduced, and it has continued to be really, really popular to this day. And even though I wouldn't consider it Birkin status or Kelly status, it is definitely one of Dior's most classic bags now. Obviously, being a tote, it's nothing really special, but a tote belongs in every single handbag collection just simply for the practicality of it. I also love the fact that Dior comes out with a ton of different colors and prints with this particular bag, and leathers and fabrics. There's so many different options when it comes to the Dior book tote. So I feel like you can have a lot of fun with this bag, even though the design of it is super, super simple. There's obviously also different sizes. So I don't know about this one. Do I plan on adding it to my collection? Not anytime soon, but I definitely feel like it is such a fun bag to add to your collection. And of course, super practical. If you watched my recent top 10 Louis Vuitton classic bags, you know that this bag is on my wish list. I don't know why I haven't added it to my collection yet, but it is the Louis Vuitton twist bag. Speaking of flat bags, this is Louis Vuitton's more modern version, and I am obsessed. I love the leather, I love the hardware, I love everything about this bag. Like I said, I really don't know why I haven't added it to my collection yet. I guess it's because I can't decide. I can't decide on the size, I can't decide on the color. I just can't make a decision because I kind of want this one to be like a fun bag in my collection, but I really don't know. Would love to know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what size, what color I should get. But this one is definitely a great bag, especially if you love a flat bag, but you want a more modern version. Another one from Dior that I do not have in my collection is the Bobby. Now, I will say, I have looked at this bag a couple of times and there's no particular reason why I haven't added it to my collection. I think it's a great bag. There's something about it that reminds me of the Pochette Métis, not necessarily the shape or even the organization of it, but something about the vibe. It's like that effortless crossbody bag that just instantly adds a little something to an outfit, whether you're wearing oversized sweats and a t-shirt or you're dressed up. I just think it's a good bag overall. Definitely really practical. It seems a little bit more everyday. I feel like if I had it in my collection, I'd probably reach for it pretty often, but I don't know why I haven't added it to my collection, but I definitely love it. It does come in a couple of different sizes. Obviously, I love the different strap options and then the color options. So I think this is a good one, and I definitely recommend adding this one if you're looking for something easy, crossbody, and something for more everyday. Let's talk Hermes Constant. So I will be honest, when it comes to this particular bag, I don't 100% get it. Do I think it's a classic bag? Yes. Do I think it's a timeless chic bag? Also, yes. But I don't understand why the price point is Birkin Kelly price point. I really don't understand it. It reminds me of the Seline Triumph bag. It reminds me a little bit of the Bobby bag. It reminds me just of some of the other bags that other brands have. And do I think it's a beautiful bag? It's Hermes. Yes, we all love a good Hermes bag. Like, that is not what I'm saying here. But I just gotta be honest, I don't know about the price point with this one. It seems a little high in my opinion for this particular style. I feel like it could be more in the garden party price point, maybe a little bit higher, but I don't think it should be where it's at. But it's a classic bag. It's not in my collection. If I ever could get an amazing deal on a pre-loved one, I would snag one up. But I don't plan on paying the current prices that they're going for right now. But it is a classic bag. And if there's something I'm missing, let me know in the comments, because I really don't get it. So I'm not sure if I'm cheating a little with this one because I actually used to own this bag many, many years ago. I actually owned this bag in college. It was recently reintroduced and it is the Prada Nylon bag. I loved this bag back in college. It's that perfect little shoulder bag that I could put my phone, my ID, some money, my lip gloss. It held all of the essentials, was super teeny and cute. I really loved this bag, but I ended up actually giving it away to a friend. I know I'm crazy, but I did that quite a bit when I was younger. I used to always give away my handbags to my besties. So obviously I don't have this one in my collection anymore, and I don't actually plan on adding it to my collection anymore. Would I ever add something from the nylon line to my collection? Maybe. I feel like it's a good practical line because you can wipe it and clean it really easily, but I don't plan on adding the actual Prada Nylon or Nylon re-edition bag to my collection because I feel like been there, done that. I think it's a great entry kind of level bag. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do still consider it obviously one of Prada's most classic bags for sure. I wanted to go ahead and include something from YSL because you guys know that is one of my favorite brands. I love Saint Laurent. I have several Saint Laurent bags in my collection. I feel like they do a lot of classic and timeless bags in general. And I will be honest, I don't really understand the name with this one. It's the Lee 5A7 bag. I'm sure that there is a specific way to pronounce it. I don't know what that is, so don't give me a hard time in the comments, please. But maybe you could just let me know. And yeah, I just don't know. But either way, this one is definitely really popular right now. And I did go look at it a couple of times. I considered adding it to my collection because I get the hype, but for some reason, I didn't like it on me. It just felt a little basic for some reason. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I have several more quiet luxury bags in my collection that I love. I feel like Saint Laurent does the best quiet luxury bags in my opinion. They just always do it right. But there was something that just felt missing with this particular style. So I haven't currently added to my collection. I love it styled. I love the kind of like baggy jeans, you know, fitted crop tee with the sneakers and the bag. Like I love that whole vibe. I'm just not sure if it's me, but I get the hype. It's classic, it's timeless, it's chic, and I love it. And so yeah, if that's your vibe, I'd grab it. So there you have it, 10 classic luxury handbags that I do not have in my collection. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and obviously the list could go on and on and on, but I thought I would go in and just do my top 10 picks. If you're new to my channel, my name is Amanda. Like I said, I do a lot of luxury videos here, so if you enjoy that type of thing, make sure to stick around and go through and check out my channel because I got a lot of other videos just like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.